This is where it all goes down.
Holding it down.
This is the Barbershop.
Welcome to the Barbershop on Lead Radio with the Barbers. Every Thursday, 8 to 10, we do this. It's always very interesting to talk real stuff, of course. Real stuff that affect people every day. That sometimes people choose to not talk about. Like you already know, Zero Chill. It's that show. Yet again, we've got 3 men for 2 hours, of course, on one show with House Sanity and guys. Zero Chill. Yep. So today, another exciting package. Yes, at Lead Radio 1063. You can join us, of course, on Twitter, and we can interact, of course. We'll open the phone lines at some point as well. And if you want to send us messages on WhatsApp, remember, guys, towards the end of the show, it's time. It will be time for ball courts, and you can send me nominations from now on 0905-769-2791. 0905-769-2791. That's the number to reach us on that WhatsApp. But of course, guys, today lots to talk about on the show. But before we get into fresh cuts, what's fresh? What's been going on before we get into fresh cuts?
Did anybody make some extra cash?
That's a valid question.
Some fresh notes. We could do with some fresh.
Yeah, that was the question you were asking when I said it's been a good week. Right, your own good week is always hinged on how much money you make. Well, since you asked, man, of course, we always make money every week, but we don't always have to put it out there how much we make. So yeah. We're not comparing bank accounts here. We made money. It's been a good week. But then back to fresh cuts. What's new this week? What's new this week, man?
Okay. So fresh cuts. Are we switching things up in the way we normally do?
We could, of course. Let's go have a quick break anyways, like we always do, and when we come back, it will be time for the fresh cuts on the Barbershop today, this beautiful Thursday, the 25th of May, 2017. We'll be right back after this.
Fresh cuts on the Barbershop.
Okay, fresh cuts was new this week. The barbers are in the building, of course. And the first thing they do when they come through, when the shop opens at 8 p.m. is they throw in the fresh cuts. So yeah, what's new this week, guys? How come nobody's... are you guys still stuck in last week? Come on.
We've not been stuck in last week.
Amen.
But nothing seems to have happened apart from the fact that what's her name now, the wife of the President of the United States of America, snubbed her husband, and the video went viral. That was pretty fresh for people who missed it. He tried to hold her hand, and then she was like, "Please, free me now."
Not now.
Not now. And it happened again when they came out of the plane. He waved, she waved, trying to hold her. She picked the hand to flick her hair. Come on now, women. Even if it's not all that good behind closed doors, just for the sake of the fact that he is the first man in the world right now, just cut him some slack. Hold his hand. You might pinch the hand, squeeze the hand, but hold the hand nonetheless. So that's still fresh. Then there's just about Rihanna and what's her name, Lupita Nyong'o. Apparently we might be seeing a movie about them or with them soon. So there's that one. No details yet as to what the title is and all that. We just know that they're trying to still recruit the cast and crew and make it a.
Tell you something about Twitter, though.
So Twitter made it happen. Apparently,
exactly.
The picture popped up, and they just imagine the power of Twitter. Can someone please buy Twitter already? Because it will be sad to see Twitter fold up. Those of us who love Twitter for Twitter and all the fun.
And they buy Twitter and they start charging you guys for it now. Even though a lot of people talk about it, that Twitter is so good that it shouldn't be free.
No, it should be free. See what we're having to deal with WhatsApp. So Twitter, please don't just put some money behind it. And we'll be cool, just so that it doesn't fold up, so people can have that freedom to say what they want to say, no matter how sane or insane it may be. Then we have just this picture. It's a video about a girl who was dragged into I think it was in Canada. This happened. She was dragged into not a pond, because it's bigger than a pond, into the sea, so to say, by a sea lion. Deadly sea lion. And then a good Samaritan jumped in right after to save her. So the update is she's being treated for some sea finger something. That's what they call it. Sea lion fingers.
Fingers.
Fingers. Seriously.
That's an interesting one.
I didn't know sea lions.
Because she was actually grabbed by the boat. I watched the video.
Yeah, exactly. She was grabbed by
the boat.
Yeah.
And she's
By
been
the
to
sea
there
lion.
for sea finger.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just quite exciting.
Our fingers.
So there is that. So yeah, seal finger actually. Seal finger.
Yeah.
So imagine, who would have thought?
Shout out to Seal though. We love you.
Yeah.
Even though he wasn't at the scene, he wasn't at the crime scene, but still shout out.
So there is that. Looking in local scene. Oh, and Baywatch. So the Baywatch revamp, starring Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock, and Pretty Boy. What's his name now? I'm married. That singing chap. That's what we're knowing for. Everyone's taking off his shirt. How do I even forget his name?
White, fine
boy. That's the only thing I can just remember. They tried to do a revamp or remake of Baywatch. It dropped, I think, last weekend.
Okay.
So far, not too rave reviews actually. But we're yet to judge for ourselves because we haven't seen it. It's not out yet in this part of the world. So when it comes out, we will find out if it is as bad as they say. They say it was just a fun, oil-filled, slow-mo filled movie. Nothing out of the extra. Nothing out of
I was going to say that Baywatch with their slow-mo, so they still kept it slow.
They kept it. Apparently, it seems like the viewership is actually still coming in slow. So they better either do something or still count their money slowly. And that's what I have on my side.
Alright, from Hashim's side, well, from Ronti's side, something that really got me excited though. And yeah, it should also be something that, we talk about the educational system in Nigeria. Obasi Shaw, of Nigerian descent, but then of course American in Harvard, 20-year-old Harvard English final in Harvard. He submitted a rap album for his thesis. I mean, I saw that, and the entire rap world, really got excited about it. The album, by the way, is called Liminal Mind. Talks about Obama and he talks about how hard it is. I mean, really conscious album. That's what he submitted. Now, it was not something. Of course, he made it. You get, and I thought about it of how fluid and how liberal the American educational system is, because for the English department thesis, for their final year thesis, you expect something like a poem or a play, or a work of fiction to be submitted as your thesis. But then he got an A for it. Not that he was judged wrongly or something. He actually got an A for it, and this guy is just 20 in Harvard, and they were talking about that this is the first time anybody has ever done that. Well, in Harvard, it might have happened in some other school, and I was like, so a lot of wait, why are you going to say you're going to do that?
This reminds me of. Let me to my own honor. This reminds me of uni. I did a radio play for. Nobody has ever. Like, it was a radio production, audio drama, and it has, it had its own theme and storyline behind it. And at the time I submitted it, I had no. Usually when you submit projects, you have works that they'll say, oh, we can look. So my work was kind of the.
But was that template that people
could not look forward to now, and I've been getting, so I'm really connected to this thing.
I know you wrote like that though. Okay, good looking man.
What's fresh again? Khalid, DJ Khalid. He's been talking so much about his new album as well. But latest, of course, is a confirmation that Rihanna is going to be on the album, and he seemed excited about Rihanna being on the album himself. Going about how people talked about you never get Rihanna on your song, and stuff. Well, I mean, it's confirmed Rihanna is going to be on the album. Nice proposition. We don't know in what capacity yet, whether it's just going to be a verse or maybe she's going to be very active on the song.
That's the Grateful album, right?
Yeah. We already know there's
star-studded.
I mean, there's Drake, there's Justin Bieber, there's I'm the one and only. We already know what to expect. So I mean, with Rihanna jumping on the album, that would be a very nice one. I think it would be very nice one. It would be nice to see how she jumps on the track by DJ.
By DJ, exactly.
And by the way, one of the executive producers of the album is his how many month old son is that guy?
Assad.
He's one of the he really is one of the executive producers.
Really?
He's always in the studio, and Khalid had said it about a couple of months ago that he's going to get the credit, publishing credit, and I'm like, when I was that age, I didn't.
They're trying to win you off.
Playing me.
I mean, but speaking, staying on DJ Khaled real quick. His song For Free with Drake, double platinum. He published and posted on Instagram saying, "Man, he's not even sleeping on this one. This is off the fact that I'm the one debuted at #1 on Billboard Hot 100." And that was big here. Well, this is like 2 weeks after, and then he's posting the update and saying, "Guys, we told you we didn't come here to play." Double platinum himself and Drake, and we cannot help. We cannot but be happy for the guy. He's also with the best. Has he changed his?
Yeah, it's still with the best. I really, another thing I really like about DJ Khaled, and I like how he's keeping it real. He's the only DJ right now in the rap world who still makes these compilations and make them commercial. I mean, we used to have DJ K Slay, you know, we used to make that drama mixtape. We used to have Funkmaster Flex. We used to have DJ Clue. You get who used to get all these guys that used to be Who Kid, DJ Polo, and all these guys. But then DJ Khaled seems to be out and the only guy who is doing this with other guys like David Guetta. Just that those guys aren't actually doing rap. They're doing a lot of pop and techno music. David Guetta, Calvin Harris, and Swedish House Mafia and all those. But DJ Khaled still keeps it. You know, he puts Rick Ross on it, puts Drake on it. Still keeps it real with rap. So yeah, shout out to DJ Khaled for keeping it real all the time.
Another album we should expect is Bryson Tiller's second album. His second album.
Already?
True to Self. Already, yeah. True to Self, you know. And why not? I mean, when the first one, Trap Soul? I mean, that was quite successful, you know.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know,
I'm not a Bryson Tiller fan.
Are you sure?
Y'all have your Bryson Tiller conversation
I know
right
if it's not rap, you will be very interested. So it's all good. It's all good, no problems. Well, yeah, that's another one to look out for. And something else that's fresh. Ariana Grande is cancelling
the rest of her tour.
Until June 5 actually.
She was supposed to have some other dates in the UK.
All of that. The O2 Arena. She was supposed to have some really big concerts,
in London.
After what happened.
Speaking about the O2, I mean, it's sad because we're talking about what happened. But then at the O2, Bucci, our very own Bucci, was actually supposed to have, or is supposed to have an event on the 27th. Now,
what's he going to do? I'm just waiting for you to get.
Wait. Comedian, right?
Ouch.
No, I'm sorry.
Comedian,
yeah. That's really Bucci, no.
Okay. So I saw it. I was trying to follow up on the story after the Ariana Grande, events incident, and I'm like, okay, so Bucci is supposed to. So I was like, is he going to cancel? I'm looking forward to the Twitter post of guys, sorry because of what happened, security reasons. I'm going to cancel.
Man, that's cool.
I'm going to cancel no, but then someone else said, please, who knows? That was colder for me. I thought mine was cold.
You said exactly. Innocent question.
I'm just happy I wasn't on Twitter when all of this. I would have probably dropped something like, are they going to drop a stink bomb at you guys, man. I mean,
that's not even that. Can we? Alright, moving on from.
No, we're not moving on.
Wait, but Drake is dropping something tomorrow.
Nice.
Drake is dropping something tomorrow. I mentioned this earlier, but then worthy of note, his collaboration with Clark's Originals drops tomorrow. I mean, we know that himself and Chris, they've been trying to do this thing, pushing their labels as like Diddy did, like Jay-Z did, independent, and then having clothing lines
as well,
backed by the record label. So he's doing that OVO connect with Clark's, and we can only wait. The shoes so far, he's dropped I think a few pictures of the shoes that we can look forward to, and they're not looking bad at all. And with that Drake star power, you might expect that you might get Rihanna to rock maybe one or two, and then just boost sales, and everything, boils back down to the moolah.
Shout out to Drake though. Shout out to Drake.
He's doing a lot. Yeah.
Billboard Music Awards as well last week.
13.
Cleared, yeah. And off that to Wizkid also cleared. That's true. That's something fresh as well. He cleared three. Three, yeah.
Okay. Was it 3?
Yeah, 7 nominations. He cleared 3.
I thought he cleared 5 votes. I know he got 7 nominations.
Oh yeah, 7 nominations. But yeah.
Even one alone. So fair enough.
And the first African also to do that.
Really?
Yeah, to win any awards at the Billboard Music Awards. So yeah, whether 3 or 5 though, but then
very impressive. Very impressive. Let's leave OVO. Let's talk OBO. There was a viral video some days ago. Lil Boy singing his song.
Boy or girl? I heard one of
was
the girl. There's a
There
girl.
was a boy that sang.
Singing
There was a
If,
boy
yeah.
that sang. Yeah, that sang If, and apparently he's taken the boy on. The boy, we understand, wasn't in school, and he had to on snails and stuff to help his mother, who, as we understand, is disabled. So I mean, he's taking him on now, and says OBO's got you for life. I saw pictures of the boy already
For life.
going to school. You know, so
For
I think
life.
that's a good start. I mean, might not
Hold
necessarily.
that out. Because this same OBO promised we talked about it.
Which is why I added that part. That the boy, we've already seen pictures of him in school uniform. Because I remember the guys he promised.
Wait, it's not enough.
Delicate.
It's not enough to be in pictures or
I was going to say
see
that.
pictures of
We
him.
will ask for more pictures
As
this
he
weekend.
paid the school fees.
Yes, want to be seen receipts every time.
Every time.
Like
Post
that.
your receipts on Twitter.
On Twitter. Let's see.
Signed by Davido.
It's not, it's not enough to just come out.
At least, I mean, Hush Puppy shows us receipts. Speaking of which, interesting one. Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Next week, that's something for them to look
something
forward to next week.
Yeah, most definitely. But yes, still the Barbies on the Barbershop Fresh Cuts, and there you have it.
Yeah.
All of the Fresh Cuts entries that we have for this week. So, as we always do, we'll go on a music break right now. When we come back, we're getting into the main topic, and just to give you a hint, we're talking relationships, and this one is for the girls as well. I mean, we think the guys might stand together on this particular topic. We're talking finances in our relationships, yeah. Well, there's a slight twist to this one. We'll be trashing everything when we come back from this music break. So, ladies and gentlemen, stick around. It's still 106.3, the Barbershop. We'll be right back after this break.
Lead Radio, your lifestyle radio.
All right. Welcome back to the Barbershop on Lead Radio 106.3 with the Barbers Hashim, Roti, and Toby, and we already had Fresh Cuts. So if you were just tuning in, well, welcome to the Barbershop. You missed out on Fresh Cuts, but just a quick recap. We did talk about, of course, a few albums we're expecting, some good work that we're expecting. Yes, Bryson Taylor, even though Roti doesn't seem interested. Talked about Khaled's upcoming album as well, and then a lot more, of course, on Fresh Cuts as well. You might have missed out on.
The album that nobody's talking about, the Harvard album, Liminal Minds, which I was going to also talk about. The people are talking about he should make it commercial already, but then right now it just stays as an academic thesis. So in case you're looking for it, you just go right to Harvard and ask them for it.
Or
Just to listen to it.
maybe tweet at him.
We shouldn't be
Shouldn't
hard.
be difficult at all. So, I mean, all of that and more on the Fresh Cuts. But yes, we'll get into today's topic, the main gist. And I tried to come up with a topic for this, but you guys laughed at me, so I didn't feel too proud of myself. But yeah, I was thinking it has to do with relationships, and it has to do with finances in relationships, and also responsibility as well in relationships. So it's one big topic that we'll try to break down as much as possible, and I'm sure it would, of course, we'll try to come up with different twists as well for different scenarios. So of course, for the next hour or so, we're talking something very interesting on the ranges today.
All right. So basically, guys, you get to the point in your life where you want to date. You meet a girl, a lady, a woman, whatever. Say African women, they prefer to be called ladies. So you meet a lady, and she's in school. This is leading up to our conversation for today. Even if maybe she's a graduate, but she's not working yet, do you put her on? Is she worth being put on a payroll? Now, this is not saying it with any disrespect. This is saying it in regards to, okay, you are working. Do you say because you are working, she's not working, or she's a student, you put her on a payroll until? Well, now that's where the question comes in. Do you put her on the payroll, or you say I put her on the payroll until maybe she starts to get a job, or I don't put her on the payroll, or I put her on the payroll for life, or you do like OBO. OBO's got you for life.
For life.
Depending on
We need receipts.
So it's a case of how much responsibility, financial responsibility, do you take up as a boyfriend to a student or a fresh graduate
That hasn't started making
her own money.
Who is your girlfriend?
Who is your girlfriend? Yeah.
Not just
Girlfriend now, right? Girlfriend.
not wife.
But when we say the word girlfriend, do we say it loosely? Like, because many times we know that you have to start off as girlfriend, boyfriend before you progress into fiance relationship, kind of husband and wife.
So what kind of relationship exactly are we talking about here?
We're talking about a proper relationship, not marriage now, but a proper relationship that involves a man and a woman. You know, so maybe instead of I'd rather say maybe your female partner, your spouse, maybe.
Exactly.
You know,
Spousal
so
allowance.
maybe a serious relationship.
No, not spouse,
you know.
no. Spouse is someone you're married to now.
It's serious. It's more serious than
Yeah,
girlfriend.
spouse is someone you're married to now. Yeah, so it's
It doesn't qualify.
yeah, so I'm wondering.
Partner, maybe.
Okay, yeah, exactly. But since we want to avoid the word girlfriend, since everybody is everybody's girlfriend these days, people
Thank you,
just
big
say-
uncle. I
So,
mean, that's
yeah.
why we always have you around.
So yeah, and yeah, that's true. People have actually pedestrianized that word, yeah, girlfriend. So, okay, so let's just say partner. And you know, when you talk about partner, I think it even puts more responsibility when you say partner. It almost seems like a business. Exactly. So
Can we just
let's
stick with the girlfriend
keep
level?
it simple.
Your female friend of mutual emotional.
You are just complicating it more. You went from girlfriend to partner now. Your female. How about the way?
Your
Do you know that's what I'm saying?
Your babe.
I'm sure everybody guy understand. Your babe.
Like babe.
Not even babe, your babe.
Babe. Yes.
With B.
Babe.
Yeah. So how much responsibility and
Should you take up?
yeah, and it's not even about how much the girl is worth now. I think it's about how responsible should the guy be for her financial needs,
Yeah.
especially when like you said she's not working yet, and probably you don't do like OBO after she's working. There's that. I think that's a separate case. You feel okay, you have a lot of money, you can take on as much responsibility as possible. But I think first of all we should start from okay, she's not working, you are working, she just finished school or something. Are you responsible for her?
Her father should still be
Financially.
responsible for her financially. Can I just put it out there? And by the way, if you don't agree with anything that we say anytime, feel free, let your own voice be heard. Go on Twitter, send us a message, or send us WhatsApp or SMS. The number is 0905-769-2791. Send an SMS or WhatsApp. No calls yet. So, but I'm saying that as long as you're still in school, or you're a fresh graduate, you're doing your NYSC, even maybe probably after your NYSC, as long as you're still in under your father's roof, he should still take responsibility for your needs, major needs.
What if she calls you daddy sometimes?
She got to call daddy.
In another context, she calls you daddy. So you got to pay her for calling you daddy.
No, but you
don't gotta
take
pay.
responsibility for her needs then.
Then,
So
yes.
you're responsible for meeting her needs then. That's why she can call you daddy. In other times, she should call the
Call the
real
real
daddy.
daddy.
That's not to say, but that's not to say you still shouldn't, commit financially to an extent. I'm guessing.
No, but
Yeah,
what-
but how about if okay, let's come from an empathetic angle now. How about if she doesn't have a father yet, and probably she doesn't have a mother as well? I think then, because that's why I said let's
And
come
is
from
she
an
just passing
empathetic.
jump when you at that period?
Exactly.
That you guys did. Is she
I don't
just
know
like-
whether
Or did
jump-
someone already pay for like first year, second year? And, I mean,
I don't- well-
not to be disrespectful,
No.
but
yeah, no. Going back to what you wanted to say, if she is an orphan,
Not even
I
maybe
think
she doesn't have a father.
I
then
think
the
that's
mother
a-
is
yeah, okay.
struggling.
I think that's a peculiar case. I think that's a unique one.
yeah.
You could actually decide to take that on.
Yeah,
want to believe that.
That's
I
what
want to believe
I was going to come to. That that's what I said. From empathy.
But you're not
that you feel
expected
against her.
to.
So
It's
yeah,
not like you
of course
have
you're
to.
not expected to. That's why there's the balance between okay, you're empathetic and yes, sympathetic. So you're like okay, let me get on this one and take care of this. But in a regular situation where everybody is intact, the father is taking care of the responsibility.
Probably has to
And
elder
just- yeah,
brothers.
exactly. Who are also taking some auxiliary responsibilities as
Yeah.
well. Which one is now your own? That which one is now your own that you now put her on an allowance? Now the question will now be, are you a pimp that you are putting her on an allowance? One, and two, that allowance that you're putting her, what is it for exactly? Yeah, some people might say that okay, yeah, she probably cooks for you, she cleans, she washes and
Sweeps
also washes.
Yeah.
You get.
or legs.
And just chores and chores you get. are you paying her for that? Are you paying her for all of those things? Are you supposed to pay her for all of those things? Is that what that financial responsibility that you're taking on, is that what it is for?
Okay, so is there a difference between giving your wife, which is your spouse, allowance and giving your girlfriend allowance? This is why I'm asking. The things you mentioned, there are things that some wives do. I think because we're not in the world where women,
the liberation.
Exactly, everybody's trying to liberate themselves. But some of these things the wives do, and some of these things, like we mentioned, the girlfriend decides to do. Are we now saying if it's a wife in this case, you would still be paying her and seeing it as you're paying her for doing it, or we're saying it's because it's a girlfriend, which means services rendered equals payment for services rendered?
I don't want us to make it seem like you're paying for services, whether rendered or not rendered, but more like just something for upkeep. Like, this is just from you trying to. I'm just saying you have a girlfriend and you're working and earning whatever it is that you're earning, and of that, whether little amount or whatever it is that you're earning, do you have to pick a fixed figure, a specific figure, and say, okay, every month maybe or every week, this is how much I want to send you? So not necessarily paying, but just because, okay, I'm working, you're not working yet. At some point soon, you will start working yourself, but until then, while we're still together, I'm willing to do this much, give you this amount every month, or do you just leave it open and give randomly? So maybe not necessarily paying for anything. This is not you paying. It's just you taking care of the relationship, basically, from as the man who has the job, with the woman who doesn't have a job yet.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. That would it look as if you are paying or not? And you brought up the issue of the wife. I think with the wife, it's a kind of different issue, because with the wife, you are fully responsible. I think we were talking about legally, spiritually, everything, because she has left her father's house. That one, you can't even say that her father is responsible. Her father is not responsible for her, at least financially, anymore. He could still be responsible from the parental part. That, okay, just because he's her father, of course, yes, he's still. But financially, her father is not responsible for her anymore. So definitely, it might not be in form of an allowance or anything. It could be randomly, like we said. But I think most men actually give their wives allowances. But then, it could be that. And it's not that you're paying for anything. It's because she's under your roof as your wife, you're financially responsible. My grouse with you giving your girlfriend, even though once in a while you should buy her gifts and all that, there's all of that. But the regular allowance, which we would like to call salary now, because that's what it would look like when you're giving wages, salary, allowance, whatever it is you want to call it, is that how am I suddenly financially responsible for you now? Okay, yes, fine, we talked about you're not working yet. But if you're not working yet, you're talking about randomly.
Our parents are alive. This is talking about the regular situation, the peculiar, where you mentioned
your father is dead or something.
Regular situation, she has people who can pick up responsibilities. Like my dad has said something before, that there is nobody, you're not under any pressure to do anything for your siblings, at least not yet. The only thing you can do is, they reach out to you, bro, what's happening, I'm trying to get a new phone, sort boys out, or I'm your sister now, help me out. So that kind of thing is there. If my sister now has a boyfriend, she has a brother who's working, her father is alive, he's still earning some change on the side, I don't see her putting the pressure on the boyfriend to always come up financially, except she's now being, which is what some ladies do, just become unnecessarily demanding because they know he's capable, and that's now pushing it and being unfair and taking advantage, which we would advise our fellow guys to take off. But
take off like me go.
You understand this? But in that scenario,
she could get upset.
Well,
that's valid.
No, but people, they wouldn't see it the way we're seeing it. I'm saying, so you have people who can take up responsibilities. Going back to what Ronti said, you can have people who can take up responsibilities. Let them take up the responsibilities that they can take up, and then whatever is left, you are in the relationship. We don't know. I think the longevity of the relationship should also come into consideration. So the future plans you have for the girl or you have for yourself, because some guys, they'll see they like you, they date you, but they see you as just dateable material, not wife material. So when they see you on that, one guy shared a story with me, well, with us, it was like 2 years ago, was crying that he had a girl he used to give monthly allowance. Guess how much?
How much?
200,000 naira.
He's rich.
Every month.
That was not
the problem.
Has he lived in Malaysia before?
My brother, we didn't even bother to probe further. We were asking if we were going to be under the pay in a pay slip. What can we do to qualify for? He said she left him for a guy who was giving her 400k allowance. Now we said, of course, you wouldn't blame her now. It's like you're working in one place, someone offers you
That's basically what it is. Yeah.
So if you don't fall, if you're babe now, since we're using the term babe, and we're not using it loosely, we're defining babe as your girlfriend,
In real
woman.
sense, yeah.
If your babe is in it for the win, it is, left to you to be the sharp guy and discover if you can or if you will early enough, so you know. Some guys do these things subconsciously, which is why one of the reasons why we're talking about this thing. You just, the first month you have the money, you don't see anything wrong with doing it. You send her maybe on the third day of the month, you send her maybe 50k. The next month, on the third of the same month, on the next month, you send her another 50k. Even without saying,
Subconsciously,
subconsciously it registers in her mind. After you've done it 4 months, she expects it.
Fifth month, she's calling like, how far? It's the 4th of the month.
Exactly.
You've not sent my pay slip first before the salary. Please, can you email it to me?
It's very interesting, it's very interesting. It can be, I don't know, it doesn't have to be spoken about. I don't think it has to be spoken about. Personally, before we even go on, I'd like to just...
Have you dated a student before? Has any of you dated a student before?
While
working?
Yeah,
maybe
yes.
NYC, then you dated a student.
It's fine, or you're into NYC.
Into NYC, you dated a student. You've never dated
an ultimate relationship.
Okay. Alright.
Like to keep it cougar.
Okay, I have to just put that out there.
I'm keeping it honest now.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh, you actually honest? Wow. That's a new one.
Tommy's not being honest. Don't let me.
Hello.
Can we be honest?
Hello.
Can we be honest? But I mean, and did you take up the responsibility?
I wouldn't say I took up a responsibility.
Were you giving her
I had to be. In fact, I had to be close to the parents to make sure that they were taking full responsibility. I had to always check up, like, hey, mommy, how are you today? Have you sent her money? Jokes, but I don't think I had to consciously take on that responsibility. But I came through. That's all I can say. Random times, I'd come through, and then there were times when maybe she legit needed something, and if I had, the power, the spending power, yes, I would, But I don't think I ever, at any point in the relationship, tried to make it a thing. Like every week, once I'm seeing you on Friday, or I could always have something to do. It was always fun to do that, actually. But there were times when it was the last thing on my mind. Never made I made a few conscious efforts actually, but I never made it a thing. But there were times when I just came through, and I don't think I think it's pretty much been the same in other relationships as well. Where it's different, where maybe I'm working, she's working as well. It's pretty much been the same, and I just keep it simple, try to just go with the flow and follow my guts, follow my instincts, and do
see what's up. I mean, it's the year of women giving men allowance now. So
wrong team, right?
Yeah.
It's like
No, I didn't hear what he said. I was going to say something about this. First of all, before we come to the women giving us allowance, which we have to push.
Which what's the hashtag now?
Talk about it. Yeah, on the floors of the National Assembly. Yeah. So I'm going to talk about it that sometimes these things, not even sometimes, most of the time they are actually relative. You get, for some guys they feel that okay, I mean, we were also talking about that okay, I have this money, I have enough, just like the guy who was giving 200k. I'm sure the girls don't even ask most of the time. They feel that okay, I have like a lot of money, I could give you this. And there are also some men of a particular tribe, I'm sure a lot of us will know that tribe in Nigeria, who feel that yes, they have a girlfriend, they actually put their girlfriends on salaries, of course, when they can afford it. They feel that okay, I have one spare parts shop, now you guys can already get me. I have one spare parts shop, and shop,
that
like
brings
Oh,
like
now I
10
know the tribe. You mentioned spare parts. I know the tribe.
Yeah, like 10 spare parts shopping. You get, I can afford it. In fact, the funny thing is, they have about 5 girlfriends on salaries. Now we are here talking about.
So wait,
one
I'm
girlfriend.
wondering, do they
Yeah,
do like
have
appraisal after like 5 months and then
Yeah.
which girlfriend deserves a cut or which one deserves an increase?
Yeah, which one deserves a raise and the raise as well.
Wow.
They probably do payroll accounting or something. No, but really, I mean, they have about 5 or 4. I mean, I know about guys who do this and they keep them on salaries. I think what it does for those guys, is coming from how the mind of a male works, is that it gives them that kind of dominance over them. That okay, I feel, yes, and yeah, it might not even be, it might not really be a proprietorial dominance. Now, it might just be, yeah, of course, it's not sexual, but it's the fact that okay, I can give you this, so I'm kind of like your father. Yeah,
Okay,
and you know, your fathers don't own their children, so is that kind of paternal? Is that kind of paternal lecture that I'm your daddy, take. I'm your daddy, take. So that's so they have that feeling.
And did they expect anything back, like
That's
loyalty or what?
That's funny. They probably don't expect anything. That's how. I know these guys. You get. I know these guys. That's how their mind works. I mean, they are sitting back and chilling. Like, yeah, I just sent Nkechi, like, I sent her like 100K. Yeah, they're feeling cool with them. So it helps the male ego. Yeah, it helps the male ego. It helps their psyche as well. Probably, it might be some form of inferiority complex they're trying to battle with, which that boosts. You get. So there's also the psychological aspect of it, and yeah, like I said, of course, the tribal part. Because I don't think a lot of Yoruba cats would will do that. Like,
taking us back quickly to where Hashim was about. You have siblings. You also.
Yeah.
Now, imagine the same scenario where you've got that girlfriend who is still in school, and then you have younger ones who are still in school as well.
Who would you give
priority?
exactly? Of course, your siblings, fam.
No.
But your siblings also have your parents to
your
take care of them.
siblings should go to
The
your
girl
parents.
has her parents too.
No.
You get, but because blood, because blood now.
No, this is
But
what
the
we're
truth
saying.
is,
We're
blood
not,
will always be thicker than water.
but we're not putting the
And then when
siblings
you're
under
married,
And thicker than semen as well. Nobody heard that.
I did.
Everybody heard.
Come on, man. Francis himself.
And actually, it's clotted blood that is thicker than,
Okay. Well, some deeper research that I have done. Okay, clots.
But I don't know, your siblings, and it's quite difficult because trust me, it gets to like I know maybe more than one person actually who there has been some bad blood between the siblings and their partners, and their girlfriends. There has been some other based on who deserves his time more and stuff like that.
And even for sometimes basic things like who gets to sit in front when you are driving.
Oh, that's actually a huge one.
We should talk about.
That's actually a huge one.
Yeah, I'm coming to pick you up. How your brother be sitting in front? Maybe you're bounced in the back.
Quickly though, would you? Sorry to digress, but that's a very interesting one. I can't resist.
Do you know it causes problems?
Major problems.
People talk about them, and I'm like,
hey, man, I know about
create
it.
any problem.
I've been there.
How?
I have been there.
I've been the one who averted the problem. I've not been the problem.
You know what? I'm just okay. Both of you stay at the back. Okay? Just sit at the back. I'm gonna drive y'all. I'll see it.
That's another one. But I feel like at what point? So what makes her your girlfriend? If you still have to prioritize your siblings over her.
I'm still up for your siblings are your parents' responsibility. In the same capacity, I mentioned it before. You come in as a big brother to them, not putting them on the payroll. We also are trying to see how we can remove your girlfriend, if you already put her on the payroll, from the payroll, so that you know how much you can take up financially on her life. It is not. There's no rule that says you should do it. Your siblings, they call you once or twice. They don't call you every month to say,
Quickly, how about in the case where, now, maybe not legally, but then, how am I going to put it now? Because your parents can't, for some, economic reasons or something, or probably because one of them is not alive or something, and things are hard, but you are doing well, you're working. Definitely, wouldn't your siblings take priority at that kind of scenario?
Fantastic.
You get?
Yeah. If something happened that the parents are not able to take up the responsibility, we now look at how much, even you as a sibling, because the truth is, like we started, I said, you're looking at the longevity of the relationship that you're going to have with this babe. Are you looking at her as a wife material? Are you looking at her as, well, let's just, do this while it lasts and see what happens? If it clicks, it clicks. Or if it doesn't, good riddance to both of us. So you have your siblings who are with you for life. And you have to do school fees. If it is something mandatory, like school fees, if you are the one that has taken up the responsibility for school fees, allowance, and maybe house rent, since the siblings got into university, for example, you just finish, you have that, it's a responsibility, you have that. She comes into the picture at some point in your life, you are still supposed to meet your responsibility for your family first, because of the obvious. There is no parent to take up the responsibility. Now you are the parent, so to say, who's taking up the responsibility. But if the parents, or if her own parent, if she comes in, and this is a big if, she comes in and has parents, and you decided maybe because going back to what you mentioned about the guys who feel like it makes them feel sort of fatherly over the people they help financially. He now sees her as, it won't be bad if I put her on the payroll. I wouldn't suggest that you do it full time. You can meet her halfway. She would appreciate it because she doesn't even know how much, except she knows how much you earn, and you have just gone and just finished your stuff. But she doesn't know how much you earn, so she doesn't even know what to expect. You don't put her on that every month, take this. You just give her maybe 5K this month, 20K next month, 50K the month after that, so that there is no mental figure that she expects every month from you if you don't do anything. Occasionally you don't send her anything, just send her a gift. That's what I would have said, because you already have major responsibilities at home, and you have to sort out what's happening at home before you go outside to sort out what's happening outside. So she may or may not, except you people have started talking beyond. Maybe he's more mature and he's seeing a nice looking young lady, he wants to marry her, although she's still in school, but he's already looking to that angle. Then we cannot say, okay, because you are choosing to do that, let's see if you can take more than just boyfriend responsibility. But I don't think your family comes first. As long as you are the one who's the main provider for the family, you put your immediate family first. The girlfriend is girlfriend, the babe is babe.
Because there would always be situations where you just really have to help, where she'll probably run to you and ask, maybe this is the mess I'm in, I've got my project,
what's to say?
Made a bit of extra, writing projects and stuff. Come my project, something, and it could be anything else as well. Times where you wouldn't even think twice about coming through as long as you have the money, But I don't feel like you should make it a thing. But having said that though, I feel like there has to be, so I don't know how to best express it, but I still feel like once you're in a relationship with someone, your partner now, whether like in this scenario now, she's still in school and stuff, I just feel like there's that little bit of extra that other people don't enjoy that she should enjoy. That she should enjoy.
When you say other people, you mean your
I'm talking friends now, maybe basic friends, and maybe even your siblings. Maybe
okay. So if your siblings qualify for category A, where parents are alive, everybody's good, we're all cool, then yeah. If your siblings qualify for category B, where you are the father and mother to your siblings, I'm sorry, but she has to be second, except she's now wife.
I was going to say that, except she's your wife, then, that becomes a different case entirely. And you know that now you are fully responsible. It's almost as if you are responsible for your kids as well. Because yes, definitely she's going to have your kids. And just as responsible as you are for the kids, you'll be just as responsible for her as well.
You know why I'm so interested in this topic and why I wanted to just break it down as low as possible. I feel like it gets into a point where you can ask this babe out, and you guys, it will change from asking someone out to actually negotiating
a contract. Okay, so how much are you charging weekly? How much am I going to be earning? How much were you earning in your last relationship?
You know,
How much?
I mean, just talk about a babe who dumped some guy who was giving her 200k for another guy who was giving 400k. I mean, at some point, someone has to come with 650k, and then we know what the outcome will be.
What are my retirement benefits? How much is my pension?
Does it come with health insurance?
Is there a domestic abuse clause that we're going to have to fill?
That once you hit me, I mean, pay off 20 million naira for the account.
But the truth is, well, there's so many truths to different people, and to each his own. We may say our own piece, and you may not agree with our own piece,
Which is fine, yeah.
which is very fine. And you may have your own opinion. You might even be dating a student and already put her; she's already on payroll. But my fear is getting too comfortable, getting expectant, and then 1 month or 2 months when
Just
things don't always, because you might be the best financial planner, but they'll tell you no matter how good you are, you have to still make some losses. Even young boss knows this. But what happens then? Will she leave you? Some ladies are, which we have to commend the ladies who are understanding. They're understanding, they know that, oh, he's not my dad, so there is a limit to how much I can request, which will bring me to my next question. If you agree that yes, your babe should be put on a monthly allowance, so to say, how much
should it be?
Should there be a limit to how much she can collect?
Should she even know how much you're earning?
Yeah, because you know what, how much she's going to collect has to depend on how much you're earning.
Sometimes it doesn't, like the 200k guy now. That's what we're calling him. The 200k guy.
How much was he earning?
There was no disclosure. She just knew every month he was able to afford, and this is 200,000 apart from, you know, I just saw this perfume and it smelled like you take this.
But Hashim, he's not going to be giving her 200k out of 100k. You get how much he earns. He's still going to how much he's going to give her is still going to depend on how much he earns.
Yeah, but she didn't know.
Yeah, she didn't know. Yeah, he's the one that will now decide. Yeah. You understand? So I think you still come back to what the was saying about before you ask any girl out now. You're going to say, okay, this is how much I earn. So that's how much I can afford. Out of how much I earn, how much were you earning in your last relationship? No,
are you okay? Are you okay if I can meet up?
I mean, it shouldn't come down to that. You just see people snatching other people's girlfriends.
Because that's the only way it can be realistic. And opening it all. This is how much I have. This is how much I can afford to give you.
Yeah, because this is 21st century. Remember, we'll go on Instagram, whether they want to or not. They see things, they like things, they just start to desire some of these things. Even especially students, women who are working, it's almost easier to date them because they've been in the hustle themselves. They know what's up.
Yeah.
So, but students, they don't know. They know. Oh, month end, we call daddy, we call mommy. Of course, we call the boo. Oh, boo, I need some money for this. Add your extra 10k on top or 30k depending on what he drives, and then or where he lives. You know, decide okay, boo should be able to afford, even though he's borrowing to keep up. You don't care, but you do that. So there is that, and I'm like, you cannot really be open, especially if you earn in millions. If you are in the million category, you can. There's a little to how much you can disclose because it will, whether you like it or not, affect and advise her decision.
How much she
wants
to
get
how much she wants to collect, definitely. Then how about two scenarios now? The honeys who have more than one company they are collecting salaries from, they have some side hustle. So
I mean, even in this job, I've met a lot of people who will tell me, even family and good friends, tell you from time to time, you can't just rely on this one. You must have side hustle.
Exactly. So basically, they're collecting from here, they're collecting from there. Not to slut shame them or anything. Nobody's trying to knock your hustle. There is that as well. Then also flipping it to, I think we mentioned it sometime in the show, about how about some of the honeys start paying the guys salaries as well. Hey, the guys do a lot of work, so we'll talk about that when we come back,
of course we'll talk about it when we come back. Ronti is going to talk about it when we come back.
Ronti is going to
Hey, Hashim mentioned it first. I'm just trying to buttress it. But then what young...
Okay, so Ronti and Hashim are going to tell us about him.
And what young MA is saying about it is...
We'll be back. Keep it locked. It's LR106. The Barbers are still in the building.
Yep.
LR 106, your lifestyle radio.
Welcome back to the Barbershop. 20 minutes gone past 9 p.m. And the barbers are still in the building. Ronty, Toby, and my humble self. We've been talking, in case you just joined the party, you are welcome. We've been talking a lot, and all I can say is keep listening. You'll get the hang of the gist at some point. Alright, the phone lines are open now, but for messages first, you can also go on Twitter at LeadRadio1063. Tweet at us, put the hashtag the barbershop. I will read your comment, see your comment, and take your comment. Probably get a shout out as well. We're talking about putting your girlfriend, your babe, on a salary. Should you do it? And if you want to say yes, how much do you think is enough? If you say no, then let's have this conversation. Go on Twitter, drop it right there. Plus, also, how much responsibility should you take? Financial responsibility should you take on if your girlfriend is still in school, not working now? She's not working class. She's unemployed, or would be employed, or might be employed, but she's not working at the moment. How much financial responsibility should you take on as a boyfriend or as a guy in her life? Let us know. What do you guys think?
Of course, before the break, we're talking still about this, and a few twists here and there. Interesting times, of course, talking about whether or not you should, put your partner, you're not married now, on a salary. Yes,
your baby.
We'd love to get the ladies' thoughts, about this one as well. I know it was a thing on social media one time. As well.
Went back and forth about it.
Yeah.
Didn't settle on anything like they always do on Twitter.
To the streets. Nothing is ever settled.
The conclusion though, nothing.
In cases.
So we want to see to a conclusion right here on the show this
beautiful night,
Thursday night. So hit us up. That's the number 08055101631. Call us up, ladies mostly. Let's know what you feel about.
Ladies, do you think he should put you on a salary? No, when you say put her on a salary, now. Should he be paid? No. Should he put in the salary? That even sounds better than what I was about to say. But
should he be getting paid?
Should he be getting paid monthly for being his girlfriend, or weekly? No, weekly. Put your baby on a weekly allowance as what?
As Ronaldo
or Davido as what? To do what?
No, but really, what do you guys also think about what I mentioned before we went on that break about flipping it, and it was off something I saw on Twitter as well when this conversation went on. Like, everybody, one baby that tweeted that everybody's talking about putting the girl salary. That how does that make girls feel? That how about some girl that you want to feel fly with yourself? How about you put that cat on the salary as well? That hey, come on.
But if we're going to put it in this context, that means putting that cat now that we're talking about has to be a student or unemployed.
Oh yeah, well.
And I don't see so many women who are doing good wanting to date a cat that's unemployed. That's the only issue.
There are some that do though. Even they might
not take him serious. They just put him as like a boy toy kind of thing. Then we can say, boy, this is all just me thinking out loud. She may say, no, he's not my standard. The kind of guy that would be her standard, for example, would be someone who she may not collect anything from him, but she's not going to be giving him
he's not going to be a liability. Yeah, but then you know what they say about love, even though I think we've talked about love before on the show, how it works, how you never understand how it works. So that's how you find some women in that particular situation. So it happens, even though it's not very common around, and no woman wants to put herself in that situation. So very importantly, but randomly,
there's nothing wrong with it though. Random, I'm just saying, women don't quote us or misquote. But there's nothing wrong with just loving your guy and putting him on the salary and saying, babe, take this.
Or not even salary now. Just once in a while, just like the guys also do that. Once in a while, just coming through for you and without asking that. Guy, just feel good with this.
We're talking about disclosing your salary before we went on that break as well. Where we stand on that?
you have not stood on this one. You have just gonna stand on something else.
I think that plays a part because I don't think. And why I ask that is because I believe, based on this that we're talking about, some men might want to avoid disclosing their salaries. You know, just so the girl isn't expecting something. You know, like should that be a thing? Should you actually consciously not tell how much you're earning because you don't want that burden?
I think it depends on the extent of the relationship. First of all, I mean, you don't go around telling every girl that you hook up with how much you earn.
No, this is not. We already made it clear now. This is not a
girlfriend.
hookup situation. This is like a real relationship situation.
Yeah, even that, there are degrees to that as well. You get okay, yes. Now you guys are hooked up. There are degrees. There are also degrees to that. I mean, you guys, and it's not even and it's not even about the time exactly. Like okay, are you? I mean, you know the kind of relationship that you are in. Is that relationship? Is it worth that level of exposure here that you come through with this? I know that okay. This is how. Then also we talked about destination as well. Do you see yourself getting to this particular destination with this person?
With that person,
yeah. So I think there are many things that you need to consider before you open up yourself like that. Because when you open up like that, more you have let down your guard. You know,
exactly.
Like that.
You say when you open up like that, you let down your guard.
Yeah.
Why does it have to be like that?
Yeah, but it's just how it be.
What? Really? No. Are you saying you can't innocently just really disclose how much you're earning? You know, just for I don't know, for whatever reason.
If you don't see a future, that's the only clause. If you don't
see a future, why are you together in the first place?
Because I mentioned it now. Some guys just date you for the now.
Yeah, no.
And some ladies just date you for the now too. Really, people don't go into. It's not every relationship you go in. You go into that.
You go into every relationship. I'm sorry, but I expect that you should go into every relationship hoping for the best. Not hoping for the best now, but yeah. I mean, because I don't think you want to be with someone.
Wait, this best that we're talking about and this future, what really is it? Is it what's the
ending up married to the person?
So every girl that you date,
yes, actually.
Are you saying?
Yes.
Wait, sorry, Hashim, sorry. Are you saying? Are you saying that's how it should be, or that's how you are, or that's how?
I'm saying it's like that for some people.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't have to be like that for everybody.
Okay, well, that's what you're saying. That's how it is.
It's like that with me, and it is like that for every relationship I go into. I go into it thinking, okay, I really like this person, spend time with this person, and I feel like I can be with this person.
Obviously,
for as long as possible.
I want to assume.
And then things happen.
Yeah, I want
things
to
that you cannot control.
I've been in a lot of relationships.
I have. And this, I mean, the shortest I've been in is maybe 2 years.
Shortest relationship?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I mean, even
we're on Oprah right now.
Yeah, I mean, how is this strange?
I see it's strange. Honestly, to me, I would have said it's good.
I mean,
because I would be of the same. I'll be in the same school of thought, thinking if we're going to do this, let's look to the future and see ourselves getting married. And the reason why I said what I said is because I have not been in that many relationships. So I can say yes, and that will be my stand.
I've not been in many myself.
I get where you're coming
so
from.
I've been in 3, 4, and I can say.
And probably that's why you haven't even been in many. Because you feel that each one that you are in should lead to something. But when you have been in like 100, so are you now saying there are 100 different paths that you could have taken?
I get what you're saying. Yeah, but like I said, things happen.
Well, 100 times.
Even the ones that, even the ones where
you didn't get to the land.
Even the one where you believe,
yeah, of course.
This is heading for something good, you know, and we're gonna come out married at the end of the day. Something could still go wrong as well. No, I don't think you can be very certain about it until you're actually married to the person.
Well,
we kind of have digressed from the financial.
Yes, of course we have.
But then it's still important that we also talk about that because we talked about.
We're talking disclosure. We're talking telling your partner about how much you earn and stuff.
Yeah, I think we should just make it personal now. For me, I don't see. For me, it's just extent, than degrees. Okay, how far have we come and how far are we going? Consider,
because I believe the whole idea of being in a relationship with someone is the person having some exclusive access to some exclusive information about you.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't think it should be a problem when disclosing certain things. And I understand wanting to give it time, give it time and maybe earn more of the person's trust and stuff, you know, and then also maybe try to give the person reasons to trust you as well. You're working through a relationship. That's normal. Everyone works through relationships. So I totally understand wanting to give it some time, you know. You've been with this person already before, because we all know that we don't exactly show our colors, our real colors, you know, before the real relationship starts. You know, you want to show the best side of you every single time before you eventually get this person, and then you start to show, you know, other sides. Like, and then you flip sometimes, you know, when before you would hardly ever flip and stuff. And for her as well, you think, okay, maybe, yeah, she's been very nice, she hasn't made demands. You want to give her some time, say, okay, how demanding can she be before you actually go on to say, okay, this is how much I earn, because you know that wouldn't influence her to come every single time, you know, to make demands from you. So I understand giving it time, but I don't think there's anything wrong for me. And I feel like if you're in a relationship, you should, I mean, you should be
go all out.
Yeah, go all out. Why not?
Okay, for me, I'll say yes and no. Yes, back to what I said earlier on. Give the money, give gifts, so that she's not expecting just money from you, so to say. You can do upkeep, but don't give. I mean, Ronti said it best. How much do you earn? Can you keep up? That's one of the. That's where we actually digress. But it is a very valid question. You don't need to tell her, but can you keep up? So if you choose to give, me, I believe that give money. Don't put her on and allow. Don't say every month I'll be giving you 15k or 12k or 200k. Don't do that.
Wait, sorry, Hashim, just to you know, comment there, but are we saying don't do it, or are we saying you don't have to do it?
Don't put a tag on it. Don't say this is your pay slip monthly. So I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying don't put a tag on it, because she starts to expect it, and then when you cannot meet up, you start to have financial issues in your relationship that ordinarily wouldn't have been there, that you could have averted or saved yourself from
maybe not every time, because like you say, there are some women who are very understanding as well.
Yeah,
you know, who even if I believe there are women who, even if you put them on a salary, would also come through sometimes when maybe old man came through, you know, as well. So I mean, we have sense more than ourselves.
Really, because you can't even really say don't do it. I mean, you cannot dictate what some other guy would do if it helps.
I would say you don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to. But if you feel you want to, yeah, fine, go ahead. Whatever makes you sleep well,
I just
that night.
I'll just surprise you. You know, this month 2k.
You know what I mean? I feel like the same way I can. Yes, I feel like the same way I can give you 2k today, I can give 50k.
Exactly, tomorrow. You know? So there's no to be like, what is to? I mean, just do, you know, washing and setting.
But then some other guys, you know, would still also consider something. Some other guys still look at it that, okay, if that's now putting you on a regular figure now every month or every week or something, feel that if I can't do that for you, how about it means I could also pimp you, because it almost means as if I own you, and you know how it is with pimps, and you know basically that's how pimps work. I mean, of course, from the money that you make from them putting you out there, they also give you something off of it regularly. So that's how some guys would look at it, and it now comes back to what a lot of ladies talk about, that because you have spent on me does not mean that you owe, not even that you owe me, that there's some certain expectation, there's something that you should expect from me. But then,
I mean, if I'm paying you, I better expect everything.
You get, so that's where it comes to with this particular situation, that if I am paying you, especially regularly like that, I'm a company that I can use you for whatever it is that I want to use you for. I could pimp you as well. But that's how some guys would look at it.
But we listen to the company discussion. The company would pay you for what you were employed for. So if your clause does not say we will use you anyhow, the same way. So I'm just saying, like in the same.
When you go and sign the contracts, you go there. We say we can outsource some of your operations as well. So yeah, just know that one is there. You read page 6.
Like, but I saw. But go back and
read the terms and conditions.
Yes. No, but I think no matter how much you give, even if you choose to take it up as a responsibility, maybe you are more than able to do it. There is no. It's still a case of be understanding. Be understanding. We're human beings. Be understanding. Know that not all you are not paying for a service rendered. You are giving her because you feel she's worth.
Which is why there shouldn't be a tag.
There should be a tag. Just give her because you feel she's worth it, and not do it in expectation for something that you know may or may not come at all, which will not cause trouble. Hence, the reason why that guy called and was talking to me in the first place was that imagine, after he spent all that he spent, reimagine, he was now, that's where the truth now came out. He even put her on a salary, 200k. She was working, and he just went on ranting and crying on. But are you crying for the money, or are you crying
for the girl that you lost?
You know that women, and that's where the real issue is. They go back to slandering women in general, just the way we're telling the ladies, don't slander guys in general. Pick out the guys you want to attack and attack these guys. Personally. The same thing, you say women only want money. Women don't want, and that's really wrong, because there are women who have stayed with guys. Look at this, what's his name, Ahmed Musa. The story we hear was that the wife was with him, or the first wife was with him when there was nothing at all. He has hammered now, and he has seen the light, greener pasture. And he's chilling.
And Macaulay was with Two-Face when there was nothing. Even though there were like 7 other who were with him as well.
I mean, but she won major shares. Obviously, whoever was the fittest. And
Hunger Games.
Unfair game. But we get the point. So you don't start feeling like you've been betrayed or you've been wronged.
Yeah, because I also feel like when you put a tag on it, I feel like yes, even if you work, I mean, we can all tell from experience that even while you're working, sometimes things can get really slow, bills everywhere, and and then you shouldn't get to that point where because you've given it a tag. This month you're not able to come through and you're just very cranky, and then and you know how it can be once you get them used to that feeling of okay, I'm giving you money every month. I mean, the month you're not able to deliver, you know what to expect. You know what to expect. So I feel like to avoid all of that, no tags, man.
Exactly.
No tags. Come through. Yeah, I mean, you can spoil your woman a million if you can afford it. Do whatever you want to do. But I mean, no tags. Really.
No tags, no regularity about it. Randomly at any time. If every day, even if you can afford it and if you want to, it's left to you. It's relative, and just how every relationship has its own dynamics. Basically, that's how financial responsibilities in relationships should also have an individual dynamic.
Does it matter if she's staying with you? She's a student, university student. Does it matter if she's staying with you?
I think that will change the chessboard. Yeah. And also it will change the game definitely. Yeah.
Because I'm guessing if she stays with you, you want maybe you want her to go to the market from time to time. For real.
So upkeep,
yes. Then upkeep it up. Even though a lot of people argue and say, okay, you shouldn't live together until you're actually married and stuff like that. While the other side of the divide will tell you, no, you should stay together so you can start getting used to.
I'm not thinking about, especially when you're still a student. I mean,
exactly.
Yourself.
No, so you don't. I mean,
no, not yourself.
That's the woman. Just imagine if you were taking up most of the responsibility.
Lead Radio, your lifestyle radio.
Alright, 9 minutes to 10 p.m. It's been a wonderful show. 3 men, 2 hours, and those 2 hours are almost gone. And right now the clippers are out. It's time for the barbers to get down to it. The ball cuts. Nominees. Even though we have some permanent nominees, but Casey, we keep reminding you guys every week.
Mr. Trump.
Casey and Mr. Trump.
President, please. President Trump.
Cuts of fame.
I want to start with the family of the girl who was dragged into the water by the sea lion, killer sea lion actually. You stood there watching the video. It came out the first time almost as if it came to size her up and then retreated and then came back, lunged and pulled her into the water. What were you expecting? Obviously, you are not Nigerian parents. If you're a Nigerian parent, that child would have received a slap first, or maybe a pull or something, because the girl, you saw her going, I mean the video, you could see the girl going to sit down by the railing, almost as if she was teasing the sea lion, come and get me. So to the family, because I from the video clip I also saw that it was not her father who jumped. It was probably an onlooker, a random guy who just felt, this girl is not going to. I'm not going to let her go this way, and jumped it. Where was the father? Where was the mother? So they are both getting bald cuts. You don't do that. You don't do that. She was what, like 5'6"? You don't do that. You pull her away, or you beat her away, or you do the Nigerian. You shout her away from there, but you don't let a child do such. Especially because it wasn't high. It was a very low slab, so to say, and you just let her. Don't do that. So bald cuts to the family, father, mother, whoever was responsible for her at that event or that scenario should get bald cut.
Yeah, that was a pretty sad one. Well, mine is also I'm giving bald cuts to a group of people from the SARS situation as well. The Manchester attack, of course, whoever it is that was involved, even though there are a lot of suspects that have been talked about, the bomber himself and the groups in Manchester themselves who are related to the bomb. So, but whoever it is that was behind it, this was just you call it below the belt because a lot of children. You went to a concert. I mean, people don't expect. People talked about that as well. People don't expect that kind of thing to happen at a concert. I mean, there was the bombing, the underground, the buses, transport system. But basically places that you expect. Threat levels are really high in those places. But a concert where people go to, and not just people, children. We know how Ariana Grande has a lot of very, very young fans. Who go there. And there was a particular case of two parents who came to pick their kids after the concert, who also got blown away because they were waiting in the foyer, and of course the kids survived because I think the kids hadn't come out because the bombing was in the foyer, and it was really sad. I mean, that's not even taking advantage. That's below the belt, cowardly, really cowardly act, really cowardly act right there, and very sad one. So all the people involved, I mean, I don't care wherever it is, even though they talked about that it's ICO, ISIS, whatever name that they go by. I mean, they deserve a serious bald cut and the shape of the beard as well.
Well, I'm staying there as well. But mine is quite different. I mean, mine is directed at some social media enthusiasts. We know that social media, some Twitter especially, has given that voice to a lot of people. And you just want to come out and air your opinions, and they're not well thought of and well processed. It came out like I think about 24 hours after that happened, and some people went and talked about how more than 24 hours. They were talking about how it was already beyond 24 hours since the incident, and Arena hadn't reached out to the families of the victims. And I'm thinking, this girl herself was there when this thing happened. Like, you know what I mean?
It was her concert.
About shock. You know what I mean? And I saw her. She tweeted earlier talking about
she was broken.
Canceling the rest of the tour till June 5, and then also talking about taking care. Somewhere I saw something about her willing to pay for funerals as well, for the people involved, and she really did tweet and say, okay, I'm very, very sorry, reached out to the parents and stuff. But I'm thinking, you don't just it was very, very insensitive at the time to come out and try to put that on her and say, I mean, she had the shock to deal with herself as well, and it's just, I feel like there should be maybe we should start paying, and then maybe the points should be given for tweets now as well, maybe,
And speaking of insensitivity, quickly, on this same Twitter, almost right after that, there were a few people who tweeted, even though some people like to make fun, of course people like to make fun of homosexuality, people, they made out some tweets about how, well, if you would go for an Ariana Grande concert, you should get bombed. And I'm like, whoa. Even though they were called out, but I'm like, really? How do you?
Come on.
You know how sick? I mean, we have different kinds of people in the world, and they all find their way to social media. That wasn't even funny in any way. I couldn't even laugh at it. And people were talking about how there are some incidents that happen that there's no time that is so soon. I know with some you might think that okay, maybe in like 10 years from now we could laugh about it. That 100 years, 1 billion years, there are some things that shouldn't become jokes. How we talk about even rape itself, shouldn't be made into a joke, and how a lot of comedians have been called out as well. You don't. That was not even 24 hours up to you're talking about how.
Can we also put the what's it called now? The security not security operatives on ground, but the event center itself, because watching some of the interviews, I remember one in particular, they asked the guy what was the security procedure like going in? Were you searched? What did they do? And it was like, they just checked if I had food and told me I could go in. So for an event place as big and large as that, we remember, I mean, even some of our own homegrown stars, AY, and these people, they do big events at that center, at that, hall. You would expect some level of higher security for that kind of, forget whoever is performing. And hence we laughed about the whole bougie thing, but even at that, people are expected to be present. Your hall seats, who knows how many people.
Thousands.
You have to put security into consideration. It is very important. The girl said, oh, they just checked if she had water and checked her bag, what was in it, and said she should go. Who knows what else could have gone past?
Yeah. It just kind of shows how the UK actually had let their guard down, really. And apart from even the UK itself, I think they just looked at it that, it was an Ariana Grande concert. Who would come through? Yeah, probably children or something. I'm sure if it was probably maybe like a Stormzy concert or something that gangs will come through or something. Or not even or Kano or something. One of these, really serious guys that, or probably, I'm trying to think of some serious rock band or something.
I feel like because these attacks are never anticipated, it's difficult. Like, talk about if it was a Stormzy concert for instance. I feel like, yes, there would be, security would be tighter maybe, but I feel like that would be even maybe to control.
Yeah, that's why I say against the gangs.
Against the gangs now, which would still make you maybe sort of fall short of the real. I mean, preventing a major attack like a terror attack like that one. So either way, whichever way you look at it, I mean, very unfortunate what happened. It's very unfortunate, and hopefully, I mean, this stops to happen. I hope so. I mean, I really, really hope so. And it even gets scarier hearing that the guy's entire family, has Al-Qaeda or IS links and stuff, his father, his brothers, and stuff.
And even the UK is scared of another attack in a few weeks time or something. They have talked about the intelligence report, but then hopefully they can check that before it happens.
Can we give Melania Trump? I'm just asking for a friend.
She should even take her place beside.
Exactly, I was going to say that because right from the time that she plagiarized, it was Michelle Obama's speech, right? She should have had a place. So I think honorary place behind Donald Trump, right there. So now we have Casey, Donald Trump, and Melania.
Wow. Who will make it? Keep listening to find out.
At the end of the year,
we'll review the list. All right, I think I'm good on my part.
You think we're good too?
Yeah, I'm good as well. And once again, our hearts and our prayers go out to the people of Manchester.
Of course, everyone in Nigeria as well, everywhere in the world where terrorism has sort of come to stay. It would look like that, but hopefully it never comes to stay. Anywhere that it can be controlled on a global level. Now, good thing that different bodies, different international organizations, different individuals as well, have done their bit to make sure that the effect of these attacks are not so bad, and also giving back to make sure that there is some succor for people who have been involved in these attacks as well. So I mean, it'll be a nice way to wrap up the show. But that's been the Barbershop today on Lead Radio 1. It's been a part of the show. Big shout out to Lofty Radio TV as well. Yes, you can catch highlights of the Barbershop episode 8 now, of course. You can catch highlights on Lofty Radio on YouTube and on our YouTube channel as well, Lead Radio 106.3. But guys, it's been very interesting. I'm particularly looking forward to next week.
I was going to say that, and you should look forward to next week. You're listening out there, from 8 p.m.
to 10
p.m. 2 hours of these three guys.
One show.
Of course. I mean, they say half sanity and
zero chills, guys.
We'll return next week, Thursday, 8 to 10. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
This is where it all goes down.
Holding it down.
This is the Barbershop.